Hello, everyone, and welcome to Think CSEC. Today, we'll be doing the CSEC Information Technology, May June 2020, Paper 1. But make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new and turn on your notification bell so you know when new videos are being uploaded. And please don't skip the ads. Watch them as that helps a lot with this channel. So let's get into the paper. The first question says, which of the following items are considered computer hardware? A. Data. B. Programs. C. Output devices. D. Operating systems. We know it is C. Output devices. So our answer is C. Question 2 says, data that has been processed and has meaning is termed, we know, A, information. 3 says, which of the following can be termed application software? We know it is the Internet Explorer. Number 4 says, which of the following activities would not be considered as cloud storage? A, data stored on remote servers. B, data stored and accessible on a LAN. C, data backup and storage devices on the internet. Or D, data managed by storage providers or hosting companies. We know that is B, data stored and accessible on a LAN. 5 says, which of the following could not be classified as a cloud-based application? We know that is D, Windows OS. Let's go on to question number 6. The lights in a room turn on as soon as a person enters. Which input device most likely controls the lighting in the room? We know that is A, sensor. 7 says, which of the following devices is used to input data into the computer? We know that's the mouse, A. 8 says, for which of the following interface types is the user required to remember specific instructions and syntax? That is D, command driven. Number 9 says, it refers to the following model of a globe. The most suitable printer for creating the model of the globe is, we know that is A, 3D printer. Let's go on to number 10. The RP Secondary School wants the administrative staff to have access to all student and teacher data. Which of the following networks would be most suitable to enable such access? We know that is D, LAN. 11 says, item 11 refers to the following symbol. The symbol represents, we know that is B, Wi-Fi. 12 says, unauthorized real-time interception of a private communication on a computer network is referred to as, we know that is the electronic eavesdropping. 13 says, double entry data verification involves D, the same data entered once, then re-entered by another person. Number 14, part of a private network using internet technology and public telecommunications that can be accessed by business suppliers, vendors, customers, and partners is called an, we know this is called an extranet. 15 says, which of the following shows an increase in computer memory capacity? A, terabyte, then gigabyte, then megabyte. B, gigabyte, then kilobyte, then megabyte. Or C, megabyte, terabyte, then gigabyte. Or D, megabyte, then gigabyte, then terabyte. We know that it is D. 16 says, which of the following function is performed by a modem? We know that is A, analog and digital. 17 says, in the URL http //shoes.com, shoes.com stands for we know that is B, domain name. 18 says, transferring data from a remote computer to your computer is referred to as, we know that is D, downloading. Let's go on to 19. It says, which of the following types of technology technologies is commonly used by banks to read data and checks? Is it A, POS, B, OCR, and we know POS is point of sale, OCR, we know that is optical character recognition, and we know OMR, and then D, MICR, we know that is magnetic ink character recognition. So which one of these is it? And we know OMR, we didn't say that. That is optical marks readings. So what is our answer? We know that is D. It is the MICR. So D would be your answer. 20 says, which of the following operations is considered a feature of a biometric system? This is A, matching fingerprints. 21 says, telecommunicating can be best described as A, using the computer while communicating, B, using the telephone while commuting, C, working from home by connecting home and office, or D, working from the office after establishing a connection at home. We know that is C, working from home by connecting home and office. 22 says, in order to use a program stored on a flash drive, the program must be transferred into A, ROM, B, RAM, C, PROM, or D, EPROM or EPROM. Which one of them is it? We know that it is B, RAM. And you should remember what those acronyms represent. Let's go on to 23. It says, which of the following is not a hardware component of a computer system? We know that it is A, data file. 24 says, which of the following checks is not a validation technique? That is C, double entry. 25 says, the process of scrambling messages at the sending end and unscrambling them at the receiving end is called, we know that is B, encryption. There are many software restrictions, 26, used by computers to protect data and maintain data integrity. Which of the following entities are software restriction media? 1, viruses, 2, passwords, 3, encryption. So is it A, 1 and 2 only, B, 1 and 3 only, C, 2 and 3 only, or D, 1, 2, and 3? We know that it is C, 2 and 3 only. Let's go on to 27. It says, which of the following devices can be used for both input and output? A, touch screen, B, barcode reader, C, flatbed scanner, or D, document reader? We know that is A, touch screen. 28 says, which of the following is true of accessing files sequentially? So we have sequentially. Sequentially, that word always seems to trip me up. So we know that it is C, starts with the largest data field. 29 says, which of the following is a hardware user interface? That is D, touchscreen. 30 says, an official of company X sells confidential information about his company to company Y. What is the term used for the type of information misuse? We know that is C, industrial espionage. So that is industrial espionage. C. 31 says, which of the following are not categorized as system software? We know that it is A, productivity tools. Let's go on to 32. It says, which part of the central processing unit CPU coordinates in activities? We know that it is B, control unit. 33 says, before purchasing a computer, James was given a sheet with the following hardware specifications. We have Intel Pentium 4, 64-bit, 3.6 gigahertz, 2 gigabytes, 533 megahertz, 50 RAM, 160 gigabytes, SATA, HDD, 7200 RPM. The word use of the computer is, we know that's B, 64-bit. 34 says, which type of interface allows the user to communicate with the computer system by keying in instructions? We know that is D, command driven. 35 says, a webmaster is important to the company because he or she, we know that A, is responsible for the company's website. Let's go on to 36. It says, which of the following is an example of a correctly formatted email address? We know it is C, lana@happy.net. 37 says, which of the following types of software should be used for applications that involve repetitive numerical calculations? We know that is C, spreadsheet. 38 says, selecting or highlighting a paragraph creates a, we know that is B, block. 39 says, the following formula is located in position B6 of a spreadsheet, equal B3 plus B4 plus B5. Now, what would be the resulting formula if the initial formula was copied to the position located immediately on the left? We know that it is C, A3 plus A4 plus dollar B $5. Let's go on to number 40. Here it says, in creating a query, a student entered the following criteria for the date field. And we have 5th of 11, 2017, and we have the 5th of the 14th, 2017. The output, and we notice our greater than sign and our less than sign. The output will show days. We know that is B, from the 11th to the 14th of May 2017. School 41. Spreadsheet formula use C, values, ranges, or cell addresses. Let's go to 42. Which of the following buttons can be used to fully justify text? We know that is this D. For the item 43 refers to the following table containing data on 3 countries, A, B, and C for 2018 and 2019. A, 300 in 2018, 2019, 600. Country B, 500 in 2018, 800 in 2019. Country C, 500 in 2018, 600 in 2019. which of the following types of charts is not suitable for representing the data above? And we know that is A, pi. Let's go on to number 44. The field that uniquely identifies a record in a database is called the B, primary key. Let's go to 45. It says, which of the following sequences of steps is correct for deleting a field in a database table? We know that is B, open table in design view, select now to be deleted and right click. Choose the delete now option, choose yes to confirm deletion, B. 46 says, item 46 refers to the following database table. So it says, the database table above shows records sorted by, we know, item number in descending order. So D would be your answer. 47 says, which of the following clearly identifies a hyperlink or an HTML document? Is it A, a link to an email address, 2, a link to another web page, 3, a link to another location within the web page? Is it A, 1 and 2 only, B, 1 and 3 only, C, 2 and 3 only, or D, 1, 2 and 3? We know it is all of them. A, D, 1, 2 and 3. 48 says, which of the following is used for executing HTML code? That is a browser, B. 49 says, which security feature offers the least protection to a Word document? Is it A, restricting editing, B, adding a digital signature, C, encrypting with a password, or D, saving as compatible with the appropriate software versions? We know it is D, saving as compatible with the appropriate software versions. So item 50 refers to the following spreadsheet. So there we have equals sum B2 to B6. So 50 says if the formula is cell B8 is copied to the shaded cell C8, then the formula in cell C8 and a little part is missing there. But we know it is C equals sum C2 to C6. Let's go on to number 51. It says, item 51 refers to the following algorithm. Read A, B. If A less than B, then print A. Which of the following tasks does the following algorithm perform? We know that it is D, reads two numbers and prints the first number if it is smaller than a second number. 52 says, which of the following is an example of a conditional construct? We know it is A, if, then else. That's the answer, A. 53 says, when implementing a program, which of the following steps comes after executing? We know that is C, maintaining. 54, it says, which of the following is not a high-level programming language? We know that is D, assembly. 55 says, which of the following terms is an invalid variable name? That is B, to account. 56 says the decision box of a program flow chart shows the B, test to be carried out. 57 says a computer programmer is coding an algorithm which calculates the class average for a given exam. He creates a variable called class AVG. Which data type should he specify when declaring this variable, we know that is A real. Let's go on to 58. Item 58 refers to the following algorithm. 1. Ask users for length and width. 2. Length, width. 3. Area, length, then width. 4. Area of rectangle is area. Which of the following options in the correct order can be used to replace 1, 2, and 3 in the algorithm? We know that is C. Prompt, read, write. 59 says, what is the name given to an identifier that always holds the same value? That is A, constant. 60 says, which line contains a processing statement? We know that it is C, 3. So we have our options here. When you take a look at it, you'll see that it's number 3. So we have come to the end of the CSEC Information Technology, May June 2020, paper 1. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, guys, to watch the ads. Thanks for watching.